Hey guys, welcome to Friday's programming. We're going to have a little bit of variety here today, so just pick and choose what you want to do, or what you have time to do, or what you're comfortable doing at home, or what equipment you have. First bit we're going to look at is just our warm-up. All we're going to need is a broomstick and maybe a mat if you have one. That's just going to be our warm-up. Second part, we're going to look at gymnastics work, and then third thing we're going to look at is a little bit of a core circuit, and then we're going to have a Metcon as well. Pick and choose. You can do the mobility and straight into the Metcon if that's all you have time for, or that's all the equipment you have, or the gymnastic stuff's too difficult. If you've got time, I think everyone should be able to do the mobility, the core work, and they might want to skip the gymnastics if it's a bit too advanced, or they're not comfortable trying it at home themselves, and move straight into the Metcon. So if you've got time, try and get those three components done: flexibility, core work, and then Metcon. Okay, so broomstick, guys, to start, what we're going to do is okay guys, next we're going to look at a little core circuit. So we're going to have 3 movements back to back. Once we get through all 3 movements, we can take a rest for a minute or more, as long as you need, and we're going to aim to do 3 rounds. Okay, so the first one we're going to look at is a planche lean. Second one we're going to look at is a side plank arch up, and then the third one we're going to look at is a candlestick or reverse crunch, or whatever you want to call it. Different people have different names for it. So we're going to work through each one, aiming for between 30 and 60 seconds, depending how difficult you find each movement. And once you get all 3, as I said, take a minute, if not longer, rest. So let's demo the movements and show you some alternatives. So first one is our planche lean. We're going to take our hands pointed out, so not facing forward but slightly pointed out. We're going to come up onto our hands directly under your shoulders, and then we're going to lean our body weight out over onto our shoulders as much as we can, tucking our pelvis under, squeezing our glutes. The further we bring our shoulders up over our hands, the harder it's going to be. And we're going to try to accumulate 30 to 60 seconds there, totally depending on how hard you fight. You find that too difficult, just revert back to a normal plank hold from your push-up position where your hands are directly under your shoulders. The only difference is the planche lean, we're bringing the shoulders up over our hands. Okay, so 2 options there for everyone. Second movement is going to be a side plank arch up, so elbow directly underneath the shoulder, 2 feet together, hips up, body in one straight line, down, touch, squeeze up to the top, down, touch, squeeze up to the top. Keep the body in one straight line. Make it harder. accumulate 30 to 60 seconds each side. If you find them too difficult moving up and down, you could just hold a normal side plank. Elbow under the shoulder, body in a straight line, and hold. So 2 options there for everyone. And then the last one is going to be on our back. This is called a candlestick or reverse crunch. So lying our back, we're going to kick our feet in, up, get our hips right above the ground. Be careful coming back down onto the mat, make sure it's nice and gentle. You could hold on to something over your head, like a table, post, door frame, whatever, to give you a little bit of stability. Up to you what kind of version you want to do. So, find that too difficult, you can just do some hollow leg lifts. Okay guys, so 2 options there. So as I said, pick a variation of those 3 movements, work one into the other. Don't forget you get both sides on the side plank into the third movement. Once you get all 3 movements done, you're going to rest a minute or more, and you do 3 rounds in total. Reps wise, time wise, aim for about 30 seconds to a minute, depending on the movement, depending on the variation. Or get through round 1, say you do 10 reps of everything, it feels tough, try and maintain those 10 reps across all 3 rounds. Okay.
So guys, then once we're through that, we're going to move into our Metcon. So loads of options here. We're going to be doing a ladder format. So we're going to do 10 box jumps. Here I've got some ladder jumps. I like this variation. If you don't have a box at home, use chairs, boxes, whatever you can find at home to make the platform higher or lower. Once you got 10 reps done, you're going to go on to dumbbell snatch and go for 10 reps, alternating hands or doing 5 on one side and 5 on the other, whatever style you prefer. Once you get through 10 of box jumps and 10 dumbbell snatches, you're going to move back to the boxes. Here I'm just going to demo using an actual box. So you're going to do 9 box jumps this time. Jump up, stand fully, step down carefully. If you are using tables or fence or anything else, please just be careful. So 9 repetitions. Once you get through your 9 box jumps, you're going to move into the next movement. So just for example, if you don't have a dumbbell to do dumbbell snatches, you could use a plate and you could do ground to overhead press instead. So we're doing our 9 reps this round. Use a plate, touch the floor, bend your knees, chest up nice and tall, and fully lock out the arms overhead. If you didn't have a plate or a dumbbell and you had a ball, medicine ball, wall ball, same thing, ground to overhead, work through your reps of that particular round. Really straightforward. If you had, say, 2 dumbbells and one was quite light, you could use the 2 of them together to make it a bit more challenging. So 2-hand dumbbell snatch, going straight from the ground up and overhead. Or if they're a bit too challenging, you could do a clean into a push press. So dumbbells to the ground, clean, push press. So either snatch with 2 dumbbells or clean and press with 2 dumbbells. Again, there's another option. If all those options aren't available to you and you have nothing, grab a bag, stick some weights into it. If you've got some light dumbbells, stick them into it. Big watering can or bottles, stick them into it. You've got a plate, stick it into it. You've got cans of food, whatever you can to weight up that bag a little bit. Same thing, same style. Touch, clean to the chest and press overhead. Same thing, work through your repetitions. So as you can see here, there's just numerous options when it comes to this workout, no matter what you have. Obviously, if you're advanced and you've got the facility to do so, and you've got a barbell, you could do your clean and presses instead of ground to overhead or dumbbell snatch. Good option here as well. Will be a lot harder, take you a bit longer, but a good challenge. Okay guys, so just going to stick this in at the end because this is supplementary work. Some people have no interest in doing it. So we've got a few different gymnastics based drills here. Obviously only do them if you're comfortable with them, scale them as needed. Here's some pirouettes, so pirouetting into the wall to get you used to coming in and out of a handstand, so that you eventually can do it away from the wall and you don't become completely reliant on it all the time. So cartwheel into the wall, walk yourself in and try and cartwheel back out of the wall. Maybe trying to accumulate 5 or 6 reps each time. Trying to keep your body in a straight line, build confidence and hand balancing. Obviously if that's too advanced for you doing it from side view, you can do it facing in towards the wall, kicking up, holding for a few seconds, come back down. Get used to kicking up, good strong kick, arms staying completely locked out. Again, 5 or 6 reps, just to practicing getting that balance right for kicking up, and so you can feel a little bit safer coming in and out of that position. Okay guys, so there's your 2 options for the first drill, 5 or 6 repetitions, then take a small rest, and then move into exercise number 2, which is going to be just a handstand hold. So accumulate a little bit more strength focus this time. So kicking up into a handstand, locking out the arms, head looking through, tucking the pelvis under, squeezing the legs together, pointing our toes together, trying to accumulate 30 to 60 seconds in that position. If that's too challenging, walk up the wall as close to the wall as you feel comfortable with and try and accumulate again 30 to 60 seconds, either or. So either facing in or out of way from the wall, whichever is suitable for you. You can obviously walk your hands out a little bit further if going too close is a bit too hard for you, and again accumulate that time 30 to 60 seconds. Take a little rest. Next movement, we're going to kick up. And we're going to see, can we get used to taking one hand off the ground for a slight second. So this is a lot more advanced. If you find it too hard, obviously just skip it. So we're trying to just accumulate maybe 10 reps, 5 each hand, alternating hands, where we are really just working on balancing the weight going from one side to the other. Then second one is taking the feet, kind of flutter kicks away from the wall. So one foot coming away from the wall at a time. Again, just improving that balance and that strength and that coordination in the hands to be able to balance freestanding. And then if we're a bit more advanced, we can take one off and put one on at the same time. So at slight little portions of the movement, there's a point where there's no feet touching the wall at all. Again, 5 or 10 reps, depending how tough you find this. Then we're going to build a little bit of strength in the shoulders for gymnastics, things like handstand push-ups, and even just being able to hold the positions. So we've just a pike push-up from the floor here, keeping your legs locked down straight, pushing your head up and through. Notice how the head comes out in front of the hands each rep. If your hamstrings are too tight and you find that too hard, you could walk your hands out a little bit. Again, pushing back, head through, looking down towards your toes each time. Again, about 5 to 8 reps on these is usually a good rep range. Find them too easy or one a little bit more for challenge, or want to improve your strength a little bit more, try them up onto a box. So either knees or feet up onto a box. Same thing, 5 to 8 reps depending on how challenging you find them. Head comes slightly out in front of the hands, drive up and through each time, full lock out of the elbows. Okay, a little mini circuit. Take like a minute rest in between each of these gymnastics movements. Try and get 3 or 4 rounds done and give it a go, see what you